lo que tengan cerca. Abracen a los seres queridos, cójanse de la mano, agárrense agárrense de la mano, no sé, estrújense, abran poros, poruelos y poretes. Señoras y señores, estamos ante un momento histórico porque hoy lo que estamos viviendo es ese primer pasito, esa primera piedra en ese camino que nos va a llevar a la pinche Marte. Ahí vamos a estar gracias a Elon Musk y a Manitas y a Sandwichito, que están ahí en primera persona. Lo ven Manitas como recoge sus manitas y se ha quedado dormido Manitas. ¿Cómo no? Podía ser de otra forma. Sandwichito se le ve un poquito más nervioso, mueve la cabeza izquierda, derecha. Creo que está un poquito más compungido. Mientras que Manitas está ahí con los deditos, como siempre. No cruza los pies, cosa que hacía el otro día. Creo que es una señal, creo que es una forma de comunicarse con sus seres queridos. Ahí, mándalo, ok. Los dos con el dedo pulgar hacia arriba. Estamos a un minuto para que empiece esto, señores y señores. Como digo, agarren.
30 segundos dice acá. ¿El sonido? Ay, Dios. A ver.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
No, justo
5,
un bote de mierda.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA.
Mierda, es enorme encima la bestia esa. Mirá el tamaño de eso. Otra una estación espacial. Está bien, no va a la luna, pero mirá el tamaño de esa bestia despegando encima. Y es rapidísimo, esto lo va a hacer enseguida. Creo que son 8 minutos hasta la estación nada más.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry
No te la
nominal.
puedo creer. Hay dos locos ahí adentro yéndose a la mierda.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
El miedo que yo tendría ahí.
We're in the throttle bucket.
¿Vos te subirías así de una?
Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
Encima el tamaño de esas llamas son más grandes que el puto cohete. O sea, imagínate la longitud. O sea, es toda una cuadra de llamas. Una cuadra entera de llamas.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy, 1 Bravo.
And we heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job. They switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit.
Los ovnis, todo eso, tipo.
Coming up in about 20 seconds.
Ahora lo estás viendo ahí, lo estás viendo real. Está pasando ahora.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage.
Ya te digo, 8 minutos para llegar. Y después van a estar ahí como 9 meses capaz. Si todo va bien.
And we have Miko.
Miko. 2 Alpha. Falcon stage separation confirmed.
Mirá si...
Copy, 2 Alpha.
MVAC ignition.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now carrying Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second stage.
Stage 2 propulsion is nominal.
¿cómo se dice?
Which will cut off at Seco, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. We heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard, almost to Canada. Things looking good, though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
La Tierra es plana.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
No, de hecho ven esto. O sea, esta línea de acá la va a ver un terraplanista y va a decir, ¿ven que les dije? Exacto.
All right, here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
Houston, lo logramos. Houston, lo logramos. Lo logramos, Houston.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles per hour.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Already almost 200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing. And while they continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as well.
Yep, on your right screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You Today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
And you heard
starting chill for entry burn.
There's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen. Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
A little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies, nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug. They are on a nominal trajectory.
Es un montón.
Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage. Starting that entry burn on your right screen, we should be able to see
Más
that
de
live.
16.000 kilómetros por hora, no te puedo creer, boludo.
And there is that entry burn beginning. This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Encima esa cosa está el rojo vivo, o sea, vos llegas a tocar esta cosa y se te desintegra el brazo como Milhouse cuando toca la estrella.
Well, that entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from Seco. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
we'll be looking for that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Yeah, actually, just within a few seconds of each other. It's such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
Lo que quisiera entender es por qué pierde altitud. Porque pasó de 200 a
We are coming up
198.
25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second
No sé si
engine
está
cutoff.
acumulando velocidad antes de moverse.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about 1.8.
197.
Copy Shannon.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they
Se
were
llega
to
a
abort
caer
at this
ahora.
point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
started.
confirmation.
MVAC throttle step. MVAC shut down. Stage 1 landing winner.
Confirmation of SECO's second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Launch escape confirmation is nominal
Dragon
orbital
Captain,
insertion.
nominal orbital insertion.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And
aboard
there you
full
can see
central
on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
M1D to recovery 1.
So exciting today.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again
Claro,
that call out
porque-
good orbital
oh,
insertion,
encima
so
esto-
that means Falcon
tiene
9 and
que
Dragon
volver
right now exactly where they're
encima.
supposed to be.
M1D to
O sea,
FRC
a
on
diferencia
recovery
de las
1.
naves
And it's
anteriores,
right at
que
about
cuando
12
se usan,
minutes
porque
when
tiene
Dragon
bicho
will
ese ahí.
separate. Looks
A
like we
diferencia
saw
de las
a
naves
zero G
anteriores, que
indicator
después de usarlas,
floating
ya
around
está,
there. I know
es un
Bob and
único
Doug
uso.
owe us a little bit
Esta
about
se
what
puede volver a
exactly
usar.
that is that they brought up
Todo lo
with
que
them.
usaron. Bueno, no todo obviamente, pero la gran mayoría. La forma, el cohete en sí, lo pueden volver a usar.
And
a diferencia
before
de los otros que lo
separation,
usaban
before
y se
Dragon
tiraban.
initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to make, they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using some cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate. Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon, out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour. Again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Expected loss of signal, Wallows.
It sounds like we had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations. Waiting for confirmation now of that
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you
Countdown
of
one,
Dragon
December.
separating.
Separation confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
Dragon SpaceX with that separation call. We have a few words for you from our Falcon 19.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground.
Ok, no
Bob
tardaron 8
Doug, on
minutos.
behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
No. Recién salieron de la
Thanks,
tierra.
Paula. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9, and it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride to space.
Copy all.
Oh, and proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
Copy all. Good luck. Godspeed.
Copy all.
All right, so Bob and Doug are in
Dragon
space.
SpaceX, we confirm nominal ECLS activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Copy all. We're monitoring.
The Corps here in Hawthorne giving the crew a heads up that we have confirmation the nose cone is deploying. So again, that nose cone is going to open up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees, and that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station, and also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters, that are going to be used for these major phase burns or firings of those thrusters to actually raise their orbit gradually over the coming hours. Also heard good activation of the ECLS, that's the Environmental Control and Life Support System. That's everything controlling their atmosphere, just keeping Dragon a nice, safe, habitable environment where they're going to be living for the next 19 hours until they arrive at the space station.
Right, exactly. And Falcon 9's job may be done for today, but the mission is not over. Crew Dragon's job is not done. As you can see, Bob and Doug are still inside Crew Dragon, making their way. It will be a 19-hour trip to the International Space Station.
Ahí tenemos los pies atados de manitas. Tiene los pies atados porque si no le flotarían como a sanguchito. Porque, amigos y amigas, ya están en órbita alrededor de la Tierra. Han conseguido el objetivo, que era alcanzar la órbita. ¿Qué va a ocurrir ahora? Mira, ya se quitan el casco, se quitan el cinturón. Vamos a ver qué acontece. Estoy lleno ahora mismo de incertidumbre porque no sé qué van a hacer ahora con sus manitas. Parece ser que ya está, el viaje acabó. Como decía José Hernández, antes se conectó un astronauta, nos dijo que el viaje era como 8 minutos, es como una montaña rusa. Es como una montaña rusa. O sea, realmente para ellos ha sido un viajecito de nada. Señores y señores, el viaje no ha terminado. Como les comentaba, ¿qué queda ahora? Pues ahora les queda dar unas cuantas vueltas a la Tierra. Dando vueltas a la Tierra van a recibir impulsos hasta que adquieran la órbita de la Estación Espacial Internacional. La órbita de la Estación Espacial La órbita de la Estación Espacial Internacional está a 400 kilómetros. En ese momento, cuando alcancen la misma velocidad y se aproximen, va a ser la intercepción. Van a interceptar la Estación Espacial Internacional y lo que va a ocurrir es que se va a acoplar a ella. Se van a acoplar la Estación Espacial Internacional y la Crew Dragon se van a acoplar. Va a haber un maravilloso acoplo. Que va a permitir a los astronautas acceder al interior de la estación. Esto va a ocurrir mañana, dentro de 24 horas. Posiblemente me conecte también para contarles. Así que si quieren vivir ese momento histórico también, el momento en que Manitas y Sanguchito entran a saludar a sus amiguitos dentro del colegio, es como ir al colegio. Si quieren ver ese momento, mañana me conectaré también a intentar seguir ese momento épico. Ese momento épico también cuando estos dos primeros astronautas de SpaceX que llegan a la Estación Espacial Internacional, lo cual va a crear una situación muy divertida. Vamos a ver cómo dos señores infundados de un maravilloso traje modernísimo se encuentran con tipos que traen el traje ese tan feo de los 60. Va a ser como un viaje al pasado, ¿no? Como si alguien viaja al pasado con la ropa de hoy. Sí, es como si con la ropa de hoy viajaras al siglo XVII.
¿Qué opinas? ¿Qué te deja pensando todo esto?
Este es un gran paso ya.
Sí.
Estamos en el futuro.
Exacto.
Hay mucho que pensar.
Demasiado. Bueno.
La verdad que es un gran avance.
La verdad. Llegamos a Marte. Júpiter, perdón.